And you put a dead animal in my room when I went to the shower. I demand something that I can deliver. I had to like learn how to detach from my fears and perform. And I was like, I just need to find a way of being confident. I need to be confident because I want to be like so and so.
Hey you guys, how are you doing? It's your girl Jenna. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a really good friend of mine here and we're getting ready to delve into some really deep conversations about womanhood, about adulthood. First, let me introduce you to my friend Vanessa Nosolini, who is here. Vanessa, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to give her the space to tell us a little bit more about herself and what she does. We're at an age, we're in our late 30s at the moment, but if anybody asks, we're in our early 20s, okay? We are women, and we hear all around us that, don't you hear, like, women, sometimes we feel lost. Sometimes we feel like, you know, we see our companions, or not companions, but our friends doing things, or we see people doing things, especially now with the days of social media. And it's so easy to fall into that trap of comparison.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then like you're feeling like that person is so accomplished and what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. And I just thought it would be so interesting for us to talk because I have 2 kids and I live a completely different life to Vanessa, who is out living her best life, y'all. So we're going to get into all of it now. And we're just going to have a woman talk, like, you know, and this is for all of us. So if you are home or if you are somewhere where you can get yourself comfortable, maybe get a drink, get a snack, and then just get ready to enjoy this girly conversation with us, okay?
I feel like we also need a drink.
I feel like we need a drink too, don't you? Shall I go get us a drink quickly?
Yes, please.
So cheers, girl.
Cheers, bestie.
Thank you. And listen, thank you so much for doing this. I always throw you into something, and I'm just so happy that you go along with it.
You're very welcome. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't even know the questions you're gonna ask me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They'll be great questions.
Bring it on.
Okay, so my first question is, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Vanessa Nosolini?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm still trying to discover who I am. But I feel like it gets better every day. So it's a constant journey for me. I'm in a journey of self-discovery, but so far I can say that I'm a daughter, a friend, I'm a sister, and I'm just a woman trying to, figure out this world.
Like a woman. Dun, dun.
I'm still trying to discover myself, but I think I'm just a woman that wants to grow and be better every single day.
I know that's right. Shoot, that's an answer.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us what you do? Obviously I know, but the guys want to know, what do you do professionally? Because Vanessa's in the beauty industry. In case you haven't noticed, look at her skin, you guys. Look at this. She has no foundation on. I have cakes of foundation on. She has no foundation on.
Okay, so I'm in the beauty and wellness industry. I've been doing it for about 14 years now. And I look after people from massage to overall health, from lymphatic drainage. So I do the wellness side and as well as aesthetics. So I cover, I'm a jack of all trades. So I'm an esthetician, massage therapist. I'm also a doula, and I do other stuff on top of all that. But my main profession is a beauty therapist, basically.
And if anyone asks, what's a doula?
A doula is a birth companion. So I support and empower mothers
This is so amazing.
to have a positive birth experience, just before, during, and after pregnancy, basically. So
that's my friend, y'all.
I'm by their side. I induce labor. I hold their hands. You know, I make them feel special, and I just encourage them to relax when they're giving birth so they have a good experience, basically. Yeah, that's it. It's not something to take, you know, a lot of people take it for granted, but not many people have partners or people to be by their side when they're giving birth. So I can be that person who'll be holding your hand while you go through it. So yeah, it's important, and people pay money for it.
And I think also, you know, I don't want to make this about race, but I think also in the Black community, that's so important. I think the rate of unsuccessful births is so high within the Black community.
No, definitely.
And to have that kind of support, I believe it could be positive.
We have statistics say that Black women are the ones that die the most during childbirth, just because of the lack of care. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's very important to have someone by their side that's gonna support them throughout this journey. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Lovely.
That's my friend, y'all. What life lessons have you learned from your line of work? Because you've been working for how long now?
I think I qualified in 2010, so I've been doing it for 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful profession in the sense that I feel like I'm not only a beauty therapist, but I ended up being a therapist in a way, because I get people who go to me not only to relax and feel better, but they just want to talk. I learned that we never know what's happening in people's lives, and we shouldn't assume that everyone is okay. I see a lot of people that come in one way and they leave another way, and I'm grateful for the type of work I get to do, because I actually contribute positively for someone's well-being. So like, it's something that I really love. But I feel like it doesn't matter where you are in life or how much money you have, like you will be challenged in life, and money and success does not equal happiness. So definitely be kind to people at all times. You will be surprised at what comes out of it. Yes, even if someone is being rude to you, I try to kill them with kindness, and towards the end of the treatment they literally transform. It's just because, you know, probably everybody's
always on the edge now.
Yeah, like people are so sensitive, and they're dealing with their own problems. They're living inside their head. They don't even realize they're being rude to you. And yeah, so be kind to people, because I feel like when you're kind, then you're forcing them to be kind back to you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you deal with a lot of affluent people. How is it?
Most of them are really really lovely.
Yeah. I think earlier you said it's almost therapeutic when people come in and they come to you for treatment, because they end up talking to you.
You know, I learned so much as well about their lives, about, you know, the things they do, the decisions they make, and the problems they face as well. They're just normal people, just like us, average human beings.
We're just so ordinary people.
Yes, honestly, most of them, I would say the majority of them are really kind. They're really lovely, down-to-earth people. But they just have more problems than us. Like,
more money, more problems.
More money, more problems. They have more responsibility, more pressure. And they deal with a lot of problems, especially with their kids.
Ooh.
I feel like what I see a lot is they have problems because I feel like they spoil their kids a lot. It's a common issue that I see with the client. They don't know how to manage their kids because they're so privileged. They, you know, since I'm rich, should I withhold all this, you know, richness from my kids? Or should I just give them everything? But I see that, you know, what I've been seeing is that the fact that they have so much, the kids just end up being super entitled, and they struggle to, you know, have a healthy relationship. That's a common issue.
I actually want to, in fact, that's going to be one of the next videos that I do. I'm going to touch on raising children, because I feel a lot of times parents get lazy, or they try to make up for things with presents, with privileges, with, but anyway, but I definitely, it's interesting to hear that. You're customers or your
Yes.
clients, you can feel their energies when you're working with them?
No, definitely. Part of my job is to help people and heal them with my hands, and I can definitely feel people's energy. I'll give you an example. If I have someone who is vibrant and light, they make my day much better just because of their energy.
I'm going to interrupt this video quickly to apologize for the difference in the quality of the images. For some reason, when we were recording this conversation, I kept having like issues with my camera. It kept stopping every 5 minutes. I think I put it in the wrong setting and I couldn't figure it out, especially because I had that pressure of wanting to record this conversation and we had so much to do and time was not on our side. Eventually, I reset the settings and I somehow put a softening filter on the image, and I'm not too fond of softening, blurring, or beauty, whatever you call that. But that's what we have. I didn't want to dispose of this video because of that. The message of this video is so much more than just a blurring effect, and it would be selfish of me to not put it out there. So Nessa, one of the big questions that I had for you was that you lived in London for many years. How many years did you live in London?
Oh my god, now that you ask. I came here in 2005 and I left last year April. So how many years is that?
What was last year? 2023?
2023, is it 18 years?
18 years, that's crazy. 18 years in London. Tell us about your life in London.
So I came to London to study at 18 years of age. I had a wonderful time. I feel like I became a woman in this country.
I feel like you had every type of experience possible in London.
My God, yes.
Do you want to tell the people some of your more challenging experiences with life in London? Like, what do you think was like one of the hardest things for you living in London? I think for me, it was like the prices of living in London. I think I was pretty lucky. Like my whole time in London, I always had someone to live with. I don't feel like I moved around, as far as like I have friends and people that I know that during their journey of living in London, they had to move around from place to place.
Well, that's my case.
I was quite lucky that I didn't. I moved to Janice. Then I moved to Leytonstone High Road, then to the other place in Leyton. But it was like pretty smooth, and I had time to live in each of the places that I was and get adjusted, and it was quite smooth sailing for me. But I've heard horror stories. In fact, you've lived.
The first 5 years were fine. I lived with my sister for a year, and then she moved out, and then I went to live with a friend for another year. And then after that, living in London, because everything is so overpriced, you have to share. So a lot of people share accommodation with other people, with strangers, which can be quite dangerous and challenging. Not all of us are lucky, and I didn't have good experiences in that department. So I remember living with people, who I didn't feel safe with, and they didn't care about, they didn't respect other people's privacy. They used to take stuff, and smoke weed in the house when it was forbidden. And then I remember this particular time where I didn't like the fact that the guy was smoking in the house, and then I spoke to my landlord. Then he started threatening me,
That's
and
crazy.
I had to call the police, and he was arrested eventually. But we had to change the locks because he was, threatening me. And then he put a dead animal in my room when I went to the shower. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. I had to move immediately.
That is crazy. You came out of the shower.
And I didn't even know it was there, because he just put it inside one of the boxes on top of my wardrobe. And it took me a week, because I kept smelling something, horrible. I was like, where is this smell coming from? I did a deep cleaning in my room, and I couldn't, find anything. And then on the weekend, I said, I'm going to put my gloves on and dig deep. and I ended up finding it.
Because I mean, you only have a room, so like, where could it be coming from?
So he put like it was horrible. It was. I don't even like. I don't wanna.
Did you leave there in that moment?
No, like I lived in the house, so like obviously I couldn't leave immediately because
I would have been
it takes time.
So scared.
But I had to sleep at a friend's house for a few days, and then I told my landlord I was gonna leave, so I left within a week.
Okay.
But my God, yeah. So those are the experiences of living in London. I think after that I decided, I was like, I'm done. I don't care how much money I have to make. I'm gonna live on my own, which led me to take 3 jobs. So I had no life because I wanted to have my own flat so I could feel safe. And that's what I did. I was working 3 jobs. I barely had a day off. Thank God. It happened when I was much younger and I had the strength and the energy to do it. I was like taking 1 day off every 2 weeks, and the rest of the time I was working 6-7 days a week.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
I don't think I could.
No, like if you could go back in time, would you do it again, or would you try to do something else? Like, even though you were doing 3 jobs, when you're young and you're doing 3 jobs, it's kind of fun sometimes.
I feel like, no, I don't want to go through that. Because you do what you can with the knowledge that you have. Now that I know better, honestly, I would have done it differently. Honestly, I could have made smarter decisions. Yeah. Yeah. If I could go back, I would. No, I don't want to suffer.
If I could turn back
definitely not. No, that's something I literally did once, and I never want to go back there again.
Wow. Have you guys had any crazy experiences where you live or in your past? And has that affected your life? If so, let us know in the comment section down below. And I'm sure so many people have crazy stories to tell when they, migrate to big cities like London, New York, or, wherever. And you have to try to make ends meet and, by any means possible. Like taking 3 jobs. I don't think I even realized that you were working 3 jobs at that time. I think I was just too busy. I was studying, but then I was partying and working.
Remember, you lived here for a while and then you moved. Yeah, it was the time where you moved outside of the country.
Oh, yes.
I was going through all of that. So.
My goodness. Yeah. That's bananas. So, tell us one thing you used to fear that you no longer do. And the reason why I ask you this is just because I see you as such a strong person.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
But you are though. Vanessa's just one of those people that can overcome any obstacle, and no matter what trials and tribulations she comes across, she always manages to come out on the other side with a smile. And we know, knowing you, I know that life has thrown trials and tribulations at you, girl.
I'm literally God's strongest warrior.
Man,
literally.
No, honestly.
I think I need a medal at this point.
So, what's one thing that you used to fear before, whether physical or, theoretical or whatever, that you no longer fear?
You know what? Believe it or not, I used to have social anxiety.
Yeah?
Yeah. I used to be scared of people.
No way.
Yeah, even to approach people, talk to them, and I used to be super, super shy. Super shy.
And now?
To the point that literally of having a panic attack. And I used to be so scared of being judged and what people would think of me, ridicule me, humiliate me. And yeah, I used to
Really?
Yeah.
Because we're always just goofing off and having a good time.
Yes.
I don't realize that that's how you are. Or maybe when you have your people around you, you don't feel that so much until you're on your own having to deal with the world.
I feel like because of the things I've been through, I used to feel like that when I was in my early 20s, when I was in my teens.
Yeah.
And then after, maybe after 30.
Yeah.
That's when, I became more confident, and I actually, no, that's fine. That's when I, learned to love myself, and I actually started looking for ways of overcoming that fear.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of the things that, if you don't overcome it, you can literally get stuck in life.
It consumes you. Yeah.
It consumes you because then you can't be yourself.
Yeah, indeed. So what is one thing that you did to overcome that fear of anxiety and people?
I did therapy.
Okay.
Then I remember at the time, this was many years ago, maybe over 10 years ago, I did a self-confidence course. Because I was very interested in becoming confident. And because I believe that when you're confident, then you can actually do so many things. And, you don't have to be super skilled. But if you're confident, then you can talk to anyone. You can do anything you want. Because you believe in yourself, so you get to wherever you want to go. So, and I was like, I just need to find a way of being confident. I need to be confident because, I want to be like so and so and so and so. Yeah, because I used to look at people who were super confident. You included. So I was like, oh my God, how can she be so free, so carefree? She doesn't care. And I wanted to be like that. But now I feel like I have some sort of confidence, but it's a quiet confidence. My confidence is not loud. I've accepted myself. So, which is, I think that's the best thing you can do. If you accept yourself, then you're okay. You can be yourself.
You see? If you guys want, videos teaching you how to be a bit more confident, I have one in my channel. I will link it somewhere on the screen for you, okay?
Yeah.
I wish I had that 10 years ago, Vanessa. It's crazy how I was around you 10 years ago. Well, no, actually, no, I wasn't. But before that, I was. And 10 years ago, I was making kids, y'all. But before that, I was around you. But I think when you always seem so sure of who you are to me, that it took me a long time to realize, only recently did I realize that you struggled with being confident and outgoing. Because
okay, I feel like it's because
to me you come across as confident.
But that's because you make me feel comfortable. You create a safe space for me to be myself.
Yeah.
You don't judge me.
No.
And I feel like I can be myself with you. So some people have that gift. I feel like you have that gift. You make people, comfortable and at ease.
Yeah.
Because you're confident. People feel like they can trust you.
They should.
Yeah. So it really depends on the person. But I struggle with that in the sense that, especially in a professional setting.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to detach from my fears and perform. I felt like,
y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Detach from your fears and perform.
Because that's the only way I was able to do my job. Because if I was inside my head, I was always worried about the other person.
Yeah.
How do they view me?
Yeah.
Do they like me?
Yeah.
What do they think of me? It's like they're just there for a treatment. They just want a treatment. They don't care. They paid money. They just want to be, treated with respect. They want good customer service and they want a good service. That's all. Most of them are probably not even looking at me. They don't care.
Wow.
But I was just like, oh my God. I used to get anxiety and then I had to learn to Vanessa, this is your job. You do your job very well. I literally had to pep talk with myself. You are qualified to do this. You're experienced. So just do the best.
And you do a heck of a job.
Yeah, just do what you came to do and don't think too much. I had literally had to stop myself from thinking. Just, and I learned to be to do it. I did it so many times that it just came second nature.
Wow. Yeah, because I think when you master what you do, it also it creates confidence.
No, definitely. Confidence is achieved with competence.
Ooh.
So when you
confidence is achieved with competence. Yeah. Come on, Vanessa.
When you're
Nosolini.
competent, then it makes you more confident about
I love that.
Your skills. Yeah. So that's how I kind of overcame it, and I don't even think about it anymore.
You see, so if anyone is fighting with imposter syndrome, I feel like recently I've been fighting with imposter syndrome, which is crazy because it's not like I'm not confident. I'm a confident person in myself and my abilities and the things that I do in my day to day. But recently I've been falling victim. I don't know. I've been falling into the trap of comparison. And because I'm doing that, then I'm creating this imposter syndrome, and I'm starting to doubt myself and all of these things. And I don't know, it's just really, yeah. It's almost like it leaves you in paralysis. You can't do anything. But I mean, it's not like it stops me from doing my job. I can do my job, but I mean like within the creative field.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
you can feel like that, especially when you're...
So those are techniques,
Yeah.
you know, just get out of your head. Just tell yourself you have to do it. The other person doesn't care. You know, and just master what it is that you're doing so that you can do it confidently.
To me, it's like, okay, I'm here. What I have to say matters.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's like, are you talking about like a job or a field?
No,
or...
for me it was like in creating stuff. Like I don't create videos on YouTube or thingy anymore, because I'm just like, as far as like doing makeup, because I'm just like, oh, my makeup is so bland. Like everybody does makeup on YouTube. But then sometimes I'll go on Instagram and I'll see like someone doing makeup and I'm like, I could do that. Is this all we have to do? I can do this. Why don't I do it? Because I'm like thinking, oh, mine won't be as good as the other person, or why am I even bothering? Like my quality of my images won't be as good as the next person. So I feel like I kind of cripple myself.
Okay.
And you're always saying, but you can do this, you can do that. And then I'm like, but can I though? Because the other person is doing it and they're doing it so much better than I am.
But they're not you.
True.
They're not you. And that's your secret. That's your, you know.
Your special sauce.
That's your special sauce.
So if you're battling imposter syndrome, no one is you.
Yeah, just
God
know.
put you here for a reason. And that's what I've been telling myself recently. Like, girl, everybody, look, if Rihanna had imposter syndrome, we would have never had Fenty.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, there's
Because,
makeup. There's so many
you
brands
have
of
MAC,
makeup out
you have
there.
Yves Saint Laurent, you have so many different brands.
I feel like you just have to believe in yourself. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself and be consistent in what you want to do. And I heard the other day someone say, good, oh my god, what was it? He did say that good and done is better than perfect and unfinished.
And you know what? Do you know how many videos that I have that I recorded? I've taken time. I'm a mother with kids. I've taken days recording content. And then after that, I look at the content and I'm just like, this is not perfect. And then I trash it. And I'm just like, but that could have been good content that I have. So then I go without posting anything, where I had content that I could have used and put out there. And then I could just keep working on it and perfecting my craft.
But not perfect for who? Who are you comparing it to?
Because I don't know. Because I keep seeing like, oh, everyone else has like the best quality, the crispest, like the crisp images. And
but it doesn't stop them from being themselves. And you have to remember that everybody started somewhere.
Yeah.
And then as they were doing it, they improved.
Yeah.
But if you, that's what I like. You tell me that I feel like I have to say it to you.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it, and you know, when you actually watch your videos, okay, what can I improve in my next video?
Yeah.
Amazing. So you just improve a little bit as you go, instead of like trying to get it right every single time. Because then you don't post anything.
That is true.
It will never be perfect.
And then time goes by, and then you look back at everything that you didn't do, that you could have done so easily. Yes. So we need to get out of our heads. Oof,
no,
imposter syndrome is disgusting.
Honestly.
Okay. Could we touch on love life?
No, definitely.
Yeah? How's your love life looking?
Or the lack thereof.
Or the lack thereof. How's that going for you? What do you look for in a partner?
Okay, to answer your question, I don't have anyone at the moment. I'm 100% single.
Specimen of
I'm
a human
as single as you can get. And I've been single for the longest time. I don't even remember how many years now. And I'm fine. I'm happy. You
Look
know,
at your skin.
I'm whole.
Her skin tells us that she ain't got no problems.
I'm at peace with myself. I feel like I'm in a good place. And yes, I would love to be with someone, but it's not something that I go out of my way to do, because I have so many other things that fulfill me, and I've already, you know, prayed about it in a way that, you know, this is something that is not in my control. So I left it to God. So I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm happy.
I love that.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of women in our age group who do not have a partner are desperately seeking someone, to the point that they lower standards maybe, or they just accept whatever comes at them. And I don't think you should.
No, I agree, because I've had people tell me, oh, I know you haven't met anyone, but you can at least, you know, have a child with someone and have them just for you. I said, well, I appreciate that, but, you know, that's not what I want for my life. If that's what you want, fine, go ahead and do it. But that's not the way I want to live my life. And having, you know, a child is something so serious, and I don't think people realize how serious having a child is. Because you put a human being in this world, you're stuck with them for the rest of your life, because yeah, they leave your house when they're old enough, but then you worry about them, and then it's your responsibility to make sure that you're raising a decent human being that's going to contribute to society. And yeah, you could either get it wrong or get it right. So that's a huge responsibility, and no one should do it alone. Honestly, that's my honest opinion.
I've been doing it alone, and it is hard. It is so hard. You know, no one goes into this saying, I'll do it alone. And then you find yourself there. Like, I don't know. I think my advice for everyone, because I'm someone that does have kids, my advice to people who do not have kids, to my sisters who are in the late 30s, early 40s, 50s, wherever you are, and you feel like you need to go get you a child just because somebody asked you, well, where your kid at? Listen, don't worry about that, baby. Don't worry about that. If it's not coming from the right place with love or whatever, don't rush into putting yourself in a situation. Because in those days where the going gets tough, where the responsibility is the size of the world and it's all on your backs and you're hunching down, not one of those people are going to come and say, let me help you. Not one of them.
And when you're a mother
don't succumb to that pressure.
When you're a mother, I feel like nowadays we go through so much as, you know, individuals. It doesn't matter if your gender, but imagine being a mother and you're going through a hard time. You don't have the luxury of being done because you have to take care of the kids. If you're sick, who's gonna take care of you?
No one.
And who's gonna take care of the kids when you're sick?
No one.
Like, people don't think about these things.
Being sick is a privilege.
You can't even be depressed because you have to gather the strength to look after your children.
Yeah. And that's the story of my life. And this is why, you know, I was saying to Alex, he got sick and he was like down for like 5 days. And I'm like, that's beautiful. That's a privilege to be able to be down for 5 days. If I'm down half a day, that's already a lot.
No, if you're down,
because them kids gotta eat.
You have to cook for them. You have to take them to school.
Yeah, you don't have
while being down.
Yeah. And a lot of the times, you still got to take your behind to work because who going to pay these bills?
Yeah, it's true. So.
It's hard. So do not rush into getting a family, making a family, or being with someone, or whatever the case may be, just because society, because that aunt is asking you, because people are looking at, because you feel like all of your friends have it, why don't you?
And don't let nobody pressure you into having a child. Do not do that. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't fall for it.
Yeah. They're blessings. They are blessings. But let's do it right. We owe that to ourselves.
No, do it right. And also, I feel like so many broken people are having children. And it's mind-blowing. They are broken.
I'm now having to face all of my traumas.
And they are raising these kids. And it's literally the cycle is just perpetuating. Yeah, it's repeating. So a broken person is raising a broken child, because if you're not healed, you're gonna break your children.
Yeah. The good thing is that now we're having more conversations on mental health, and there are more tools accessible to us. So now you can do therapy without leaving your house. No one needs to know that you're doing therapy. You have platforms like BetterHelp and such, who's not sponsoring this video, by the way, but they should. Hi, BetterHelp. Let my people get in contact with you. No, your people get in contact with my people, okay? You even have like Christian therapists. I don't know. There's this site that I heard about that they have like Christian therapists for those that are, you know, Christians, and they feel like they want someone that could identify with their problems. And I think that's amazing, because 10, 15 years ago, or let's say our parents didn't have that. They didn't have the tools that we have these days. So I think now it's up to us to make better decisions. It's too late for me, but my girl Nancy is gonna make the right decision. No, it's too late to me in the sense that I've already had the kids, and during raising my children is when I realized how many problems I've been harboring. I didn't even realize that I had, and all the things are coming up to the surface, and now I know that there's work that needs to be made.
I feel like it's never too late. It's not late for you because you have awareness.
Yeah.
And you're making the changes go, and I feel like you're doing a wonderful job anyway, because your kids are amazing.
Yeah. Video coming soon on how to raise them kids.
Your kids are just amazing, and I feel like it just reflects who you are.
I hope so,
because you're such a happy person. You're so positive, and it reflects on your kids.
I hope so.
So I just want you to know that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I think all we do is worry about whether we're doing it right or we're doing it wrong, or you know. So it's good to hear that.
No, definitely. You're doing the best you can, and I think
we all are.
You're reaping the fruits.
The fruits
of
of
efforts.
Well, yeah, for sure. The man that you're looking for, what is he gonna look like?
I feel like I'm not even. I'm more focused on what kind of person he's going to be, because I have a list. Not really necessarily a list.
Do you have a prayer? Like
I
Sierra?
have a prayer. I actually have a prayer. And in that prayer, I ask God to give me a man that would cherish me.
I know that's right.
Support me.
I know that's
love
right.
me. Someone who is kind, generous. Someone with a purpose. God-fearing. And someone who has I said something along the line, someone that would give me tears of joy and not of sadness.
Oof.
And someone who is, someone who will be in alignment with me. Someone who has a vision and a purpose, and someone who is successful.
Yeah.
And confident, and someone who make me a better person. That's the prayer I made.
What if someone is not physically successful right now, but they have the spirit of success in them and they're working towards it?
I feel like 10 years ago I would stay and do that.
Yeah.
But right now in this stage of my life, I wouldn't be Bob the Builder. I'm not
she ain't
subscribing
building no
to be Bob the Builder.
Because she said, I've done the work. I need to find somebody that's my equal.
I'm just being honest, because there's a time and a place for everything. I feel like as I grow older, like I demand something that I can deliver. So 10 years ago, because I had time, I don't have time now. Like I'm about to be 38. As I grow older, my standards grow with me. So I feel like
we don't do settling over here.
No, if I was in my mid-20s, I would have that time to grow with someone and help them to build them up and help them be there, support them, which doesn't mean that I'm not going to do that for someone but there are certain things that I expect my partner to have, like at this point, at this stage. But it just depends on what kind of person I get, their age bracket and all of that. So it really depends. But
Okay. Do you believe that there's still good men available?
No, definitely, 100%.
I always feel like if we exist, then they have to exist too.
No, 100%. I totally agree with you.
Although many men recently have just been doing too much.
No, I just feel like when you have, experiences where you've been constantly disappointed, it's very easy to feel discouraged. And because that has been your experience, and to feel like, oh my God, there's no good men out there. You have not experienced good men, but there are good men out there. And I also think that it's very important to be positive, because I believe that as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you want to have positive, you know, if you want to have a positive life, you have to have a positive mind. So it's very,
and attract positivity towards you.
It's very important to have faith and hope and believe, you know, that you deserve better and you will get better eventually. So it's something that, you know, one should cultivate.
Girls, you hear that? So don't think that, oh, there are no good men out there anymore. Think positive and you will attract positivity. If you think I'm a good person, there has to be a good man, that good man will find you. Okay?
Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done as well. You know, just search within you. What is it in you that is attracting these type of men? You know?
Because sometimes we think, oh, the last 6 guys I've been with are no good. But if you think about it, you're the common denominator.
Yeah.
So what about you keeps attracting these no good men? You know, and then look at that and see what you can improve within yourself.
When I had my previous relationship, this was like, I feel like it's coming up to 7 years now. And that was one of my biggest heartbreaks. And I decided to pause and figure out why I was choosing these type of men. And I had to go within and, you know, sit down with myself and take some accountability and in the role I played in that relationship and what makes me choose these people that break my heart. And I had to go and do therapy because I remember crying over this guy for a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah, literally massaging clients and the tears, heavy tears dropping on their back. Horrible. Not a good look.
My God. Like, sorry, that's just the oil that I'm putting on your back?
Yes. So I went and did therapy and found out, you know, why I was doing that, my pattern, what makes me attract these men and actually entertain them. So I feel like, you know, I'm in a good place now where I can identify the red flags and leave before I get into something, you know.
To consume.
Yes, definitely.
And I feel like you're such a good judge of character.
No, I had to learn because, you know, when you... Look, I'm a good judge of character because one day I wasn't. So I had to learn my lesson. So yeah, definitely.
Oof. This is the beauty of maturing, you know. I love when you get to that point where you just know what's for you, what's not for you. Like, you don't have to be wasting your time. I just feel like when we were younger, we were so naive. But I mean, that's how we learned. That's how we learned, and that's how we got to where we are today. But
also, I feel like it's important to have guidance. You don't have to like go through hell and, you know, high water just to get to where you want to get. I feel like it's important to have mentors and people that can guide you along this, you know, life's journey.
Yeah.
But, you know, you either you learn
mentors and good friends. Get you some good friends that will be honest, you know, that have your best interest at heart, and they will look out for you when you are putting yourself in maybe challenging or questionable situations.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your stance on friendships? Because I've been seeing a lot of videos on social media, especially from women, talking about like friendships and stuff. Like as they get older, the circles get smaller. No new friends over here. That's like a motto. You know, only at my old friends. Have you closed off any applications for new friends? Or
no, I feel like I'm someone that, you know, I get along with, like, I'm quite friendly and people warm up to me easily. So I'm a sociable person. So you just have to be selective and be careful, and you need to know how to vet people that you're gonna invite into your circle. So
what's one of the criteria or the things that you look for in a friend, or that you feel like you have in your friends that you don't need to go get more friends?
I don't feel like I don't need to get more friends. I feel like
at different stages
of life you need different types of friends, because I feel like, for example, you're a mother now. You have like other mothers from school that you become friends with because of your children. So it just depends where you are in life. Then you have your childhood friends. Then you have the co-workers, which are not your...
No, they're not.
They're not your friends, but...
Some are. I have like 3 or 4 co-workers that have become very important people in my life.
Yeah, so I think it's up to you to set up the boundaries as to how close they are to you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your circle will influence you. So
Ooh.
what kind of people do you want around you? Where do you want to... I feel like you need to know who you are, where you want to go, and what kind of people do you want, like, around you that will help you get there faster, because you understand. So people, for me, it's important to have someone who's going to listen to me, support me, inspire me, be honest with me, and also tell me off when I'm wrong, hold me accountable, hold me accountable.
Yeah.
And
someone who has your best interest at heart.
Yeah, someone who has my best interest at heart, someone who is kind, supportive, compassionate, empathetic, very important. And yes, definitely someone I can trust.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you can trust this person, and then you pour into each other's life.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't dismiss new friendships?
No, I would have to assess the person before I would.
I love that. You see, because someone was saying like, oh, I'm at a stage in my life that I can't let anyone in. And I just think like, well, you never know, like you might meet someone, you know, I feel like during the journey of life, God is going to throw different people at you. And you might make a best friend in like your 60s and 70s. I
feel like friends are necessary.
Yeah.
So they make life, you know, worth living. Friends are the only people who will stay with you for like, you understand, like, I feel like friends are so necessary, honestly. Yeah. Your friends will always be there. Yeah. Always.
Yeah. Honestly. What would we have done without each other?
Yeah, honestly. you need friends. And we also, as people, we need people. Like,
we're communal beings.
Social beings. Yeah. We need people. We thrive better in communities.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
And you just need to pick your tribe.
Yeah.
And rock with them. That's it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. What's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life for me, I feel like this
What's important to you now?
Important for me, my peace is very important.
Whoa, girl, let me snap on.
Peace, inner peace, and to know that I impact people's life in a positive way. I always like to leave people better than
you met them,
than I found them, and you know, I like to leave a good impression when I interact with people, and I just wanna. I feel like since I was born, I feel like my mission in life is to encourage people.
And you do it so well.
It's to help them.
I feel like Vanessa's my mentor. I think maybe that's the reason why I wanted to bring you here, because you just fill me with so much wisdom and encouragement and support. It would be selfish of me to not share you with others.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate
and Vanessa's now trying to build up she's working her Instagram. Because like I said, she can't just keep all of this and she has to share it with everyone. So if you follow her on Instagram, Vanessa Nosolini, is it Vanessa Nosolini?
Miss Nosolini.
Miss Nosolini, oh, I'm thinking about VN Massage. Yeah. So Miss Nosolini on Instagram, I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys. Then she will bless you with daily nuggets of wisdom to just get you going.
And, you know, life lessons. I share quotes, my favorite quotes from books that I've read, from podcasts that I listen to, and also my own personal experience. I share those. I make up quotes, you know, to relate to that. And yes, and I love to learn. So as I learn, I share my knowledge with people. So
I appreciate it.
Yes, I feel like we should be in constant search of, you know, of the truth, of, you know, to live a better life.
So what would you say to your younger self today? At 37 years of age, what would you say to your younger self?
I would say believe in yourself and don't be so afraid of, you know, doing the things that you want to do. Don't, you know, just go for it. Go for it. I would actually encourage myself to be brave, just to have more courage and not think too much, because I tend to overthink. Don't think too much, just do it and have confidence in yourself.
Do you feel like there's something that you wish you could have done? Or do you feel like you're pretty happy with everything you've done so far?
As I said, I feel like I should have been more...
Like, do you wish you were a ballerina?
No! Oh my god, no. No, definitely not. I feel like, honestly speaking, I still have time to be whoever the hell I want to be. So
I know that's right!
I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Excuse me! Yes!
No, definitely no regrets.
While we alive?
Yeah, there's that like while you're still breathing, you can do whatever the hell you want. You're not limited by time or age. Honestly, just do it.
We were just talking about this Brazilian novella actor who is what, 94?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
what was
yes.
his name?
Lima Duarte.
Yeah, Lima Duarte. We realized that he became an actor in his 50s.
Yeah, I think close to his 50s.
Yeah, because I used to like I wanted to do acting so bad. I went to a couple of auditions in New York and everything, and I think in New York it would have been easier for me to do auditions. Well, that's what I thought when I came to England. When I got to England, we didn't really have social media like this. So I just thought that, you know what, my dreams are over. I'm never going to be an actress, because if I left New York where I was going to auditions, where am I going to audition here in the UK? Especially when I don't have a British accent. But I think today with social media, anything is possible.
No, definitely.
And I used to think then social media made it possible. But then I was like, I'm too old now.
No.
That's something I should have done in my prime.
No.
And today we're looking at this man. The man is 54, and he only became an actor in his 50s.
He's 94 now. Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying he's 54. He's 94. So like, it's not over till it's over. Like, while we're still alive, there are no excuses anymore. I think making excuses is just us being lazy now. I think if there's something that we want to do, we can, like, all you can do is try. But don't get to a point in your life where you think I should have. You know, just try. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But try.
Give it a try, because the only thing you have is the now. You don't even have tomorrow. Yesterday is gone.
Yeah.
You have now.
Yeah.
You have today. Make the most of it, honestly.
Yeah. And get the knowledge that you need. Like, I feel like we're so blessed with the fact that we have technology on our side, and everything is so accessible to us now. All the knowledge, all the tools or whatever we need is there for us. So we have to just seize that. You know, if you want to, obviously. If you don't want to, then chill. But yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a great time to be alive, you guys.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no regrets, honestly. I feel like I can still do, you know, achieve all my dreams.
I love that. I feel like I have one regret. I feel like I wish I had studied something different. But if I had studied something different, my life would have taken a different path. Today I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't have my kids. And even though I'm saying, please be mindful of who you choose to have kids with, and be mindful of what time in your life you choose to have kids with. I'm so happy for those two people that I have, because, you know, they're with me. They're, you know. But if I had any regrets, it would, one of my main ones is wishing I studied something different.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas you, I feel like you studied the perfect. You work in your field now.
I work in my field, and I feel like, you know, I want to transition more into emotional intelligence and counseling, coaching, psychology, because
you already do it for free for all of us.
Yeah, you know,
for all of her friends, she does it.
It goes with my line of work, and I feel like I'm ready to transition, because my body is not going to be strong for the next 10 years. It's a very physical job as well.
For sure.
So I feel like it's just amazing to transition into coaching or psychology or counseling. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
And I think you'll do it so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Vanessa, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my God, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh my gosh, I don't want
it was quick. It was quick.
Oh, so quick. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for being here. Once again,
My
people
pleasure.
can find you on
at Miss Nosolini. That's it.
Yeah,
on
Miss
Instagram.
Nosolini on Instagram.
On Instagram,
okay.
yes.
And look out for her little nuggets of wisdom, daily nuggets of wisdom.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it uplifted you. It encouraged you to keep going. Life is a blessing. It's a gift for all of us. And I think we just have to make the best of it. It's so easy to feel low or to think that someone else has it better than we do. But they don't, because we don't know what's going on beyond what they show us, okay? So just live your life and make your life great. You have the power of making your life great. Okay, it doesn't have to be grand gestures, but you can make your life great by how you think and the things that you do for you. All right.
Can I say something?
Please.
I feel like gratitude opens the door to receiving more blessings.
Yeah.
So it's all about being grateful for the life you have. And then when you do that, it's almost like you're a magnet to blessings, because life will give you more when you have a grateful heart.
What's one way that people can practice gratitude, especially if they're going through some difficult times right now?
If they're going through difficult times,
Yeah.
I'm still alive. I'm
Woo!
breathing. At
You're
least
still alive.
I can still cry.
You're still alive.
I'm alive.
You're still
I'm breathing.
And if you're a believer,
Tomorrow can
be
be
there
better.
too.
Today is bad, but tomorrow will be better.
yeah. And there's always someone that has it worse than you do. I know that sounds so cliche, but there's always someone that has it worse than you do.
You know, acknowledge
Yeah.
where you are, and don't try to
where
ignore.
you were. Yeah.
Don't ignore your feelings. Don't ignore your situations. Just, you know, if something is happening in your life, it's there to teach you a lesson. Just try to think, okay, what's the lesson here? And know that whatever it is, it will come. It will surely pass. It will pass, I promise you. And a better day, a better tomorrow is just in the horizon. So that's all. In like 6 months, it will be gone. You'll be fine. Unless
and you will
it's
come out
something-
stronger, wiser, and better from it all.
I feel like all the challenges I've had in my life, they've made me stronger. And at the time I was really down and I didn't understand why it was happening. But I'm in a better place now, so I can only be grateful. But you know, the strength and wisdom that comes with it, you know, is actually amazing. So I'm just grateful for everything, you know, that happened in my life. So it made me into the person I am today. So yeah, I'm grateful for all of it. The good and the
then
bad.
I'm grateful for your struggles because you're such an amazing person.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm just so happy to be alive. That is all.
Woo. That's yeah. All right, you guys. Well, we're out. We got kids to feed, and when Vanessa's here, I don't cook. She cooks, so I need my girl to go cook and I'll wash the dishes. Okay? Thank you so much for being. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if you are new here. Share this video with another sister, another friend who needs to hear it, okay? And let's continue to uplift each other. We got this, y'all. We're still alive. We're still alive. Catch you later. Wow.